Yo, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy PJ, aka PJ the Mechanic. Check it out. I'm gonna show you guys how to change your front struts on your vehicle today. Let's go ahead and get this vehicle jacked up in the air. Let's put our stands underneath, and let's go ahead and get to work, baby. We got the car all jacked up, and we got stands underneath, and we got our wheel chalk. Let's go ahead and get these wheels off. Now we're safe. Always take your wheel, always put it underneath your vehicle in case somehow your jack stands fail. You want to have as much protection as possible. Now, a way how you can tell if these struts have gone bad is 3 ways. Your boot right here, if you look real closely, is ripped. A lot of times when these rip, they leak oil out. You can see the oil all around them, around that area. So we're gonna go ahead and disconnect these 2 bolts and nuts right here. There's a bolt on this side, a nut on this side, and then we'll go ahead and just take these 3 nuts out up top. I'll show you, and then the strut comes right out. Let's get to work. A little bit of PB Blaster. What we're gonna do is, since these have never been off, gonna go ahead and just lubricate it in there, give it about 1 minute, and we're gonna go ahead and pop these off. 17mm wrench on one side, 19mm on the other side. You can either do this with a ratchet, or you can use air tools like me with an impact. I like air tools because it's a lot better. Now it's gonna be a pain in the butt to get off, but you hold one side and you impact the other. Just like that. 1 nut's off. We're gonna do the same thing on this other side. This one is going to be a little difficult to get to, so we're going to go ahead and switch to 19mm wrench, and then we're going to switch to 17mm socket this time, because this is blocked. Now, don't forget to take this little guy out right here. We're going to pop this guy out. All right, now we got a 19 on this side. Instead of 17 on this side, we got a 17 impact here. Just like that. We got that off. There's the nut. Now these bolts are gonna pop right out. You're gonna have to grab here, lift a little slack off, and these bolts come right out. You might have to take a flathead screwdriver here, take a hammer, tap it out lightly. Same thing with this one, but they are gonna be in there tight. Let's go ahead and get those out. This top bolt right here, we can actually take a hammer. We can tap it, you can see it's trying to come out. Now, we're gonna go ahead and take a screwdriver here, and we're gonna tap it until it basically comes all the way out. As you can see, it's working out. That one's out. Now, this next one we're gonna take out, we wanna make sure we leave at least 1 nut at top when we're taking that out, otherwise this whole thing's gonna just fall. We don't want it to just fall and possibly injure us. So we can get these bolts out as long as we got at least 1 nut at top. I'm gonna show you how to take those out right now. Okay, so in order to get the rest of the strut out, we're gonna have to take these windshield wipers, and we're gonna have to flip them up like that. Flipping them up like that so we can get this little plastic piece right here off. That's gonna pull up. We're gonna take this guy off here, and we're gonna have access to the strut down there, if you can actually see it. Let's get this off. Don't forget to disconnect that ABS bolt. That's gotta come off. That's a 12mm. That's very important. Otherwise, when you pull that strut out right there, this guy's gonna possibly bend your brake line. You don't want that. Now, you can actually take this, pull it out, pry it out by hand. And as you can see, that came right out. Now the strut, we come up here, we take this nut off, and you're gonna see the bad boy just drop. You're gonna hold the strut with 1 hand while you're unscrewing this. Very important.
Make sure you got the right form. I've been doing this since I've been home. Been hurt going to sound out for sure.
Out comes the strut. There's the old one, as you can see, pretty beat up. Now we are gonna reuse this piece right here. We're gonna use that piece, and we're gonna put it on that new strut. So save that. Throw that away. That's gonna be a dust cover. Out with the old, in with the new. All right. Now, what you want to do is you want to take this new strut, and you want to stick it back through these holes. And you want to take just one of the nuts, and you want to go ahead and just try to screw one nut up. Once you get one in, make sure this is facing this way. Has to be facing towards you, the two bolts. Once you get that first nut in, you're good to go. Let's go ahead and pop this sucker in. As you can see, I got the 3 nuts started. There's 1, there's 2. Third one's hard to see, but there it is. Now that we got those started, we come back down here, go ahead and put these guys back on. We line these bolts back up, and we'll be good to go. All right, take your bolt, your nut, take this. You're gonna pull this strut a little bit to the right until it's straight, just like that. You're gonna go ahead and push this in. You're gonna have to pick this arm up a little bit. Once you get this first bolt through, as you can see right here, I've got the bolt in. You don't have to tighten it yet. Just go ahead and get that on. Get that nut started. And let's go ahead and do the same thing with the bolt here. Now that we got that first one in, it's gonna be easy. You just wiggle this back and forth, play with it a little bit until that bolt gets right through. Now we can go ahead and zip these back on with the impact and put this ABS nut back on. Very important. You don't want that dragging and ripping off. All right, now that we got all these nuts tight, we kept going back around with the wrench and the ratchet until they're extremely tight. You pull almost as hard as you can. I'm gonna go ahead and stick this cap that I told you to save right back up here. It's gonna click right in there, and that's it. Basically it, man. You know, hey, I didn't have the best camera angle, but you know, it was easy money. Make sure you guys always change these in pairs too. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing we did on that left side as we did on the right side. It's not hard to do. A few hand tools, maybe an impact wrench power tool, and that's it. But other than that, I gotta get back to work, man. So your boy PJ's out of here. Remember, if I can do it, you can do it, man. It's bitch weight. We outie.